Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for Wednesday, the 27th. There should be a Capricorn moon on this day in preparation for the full Capricorn moon, the 28th, Thursday, the 28th. We'll be coming off of a Sagittarius moon for us Geminis. It has been in our 7th house of relationships. So you may have experienced some stuff there. Relationships and partnership. And I think that's it. We had 2 major transits the day before too. We had Mars enter a retrograde in Aquarius, where it has been for about a month. Had already been in Aquarius, but now it's retrograde there. And we had Pluto. What did Pluto do? It did something. Pluto quintile Chiron. All right. And both of those things, 9 degrees. Well, actually, Pluto quintile Chiron is 0 degrees 54, which is like, tells you like the distance and longitude and whatever. So forget that. But 9 is involved. All right. Actually, it's 18 degrees. It's 0 degrees of Capricorn, but it is 18 degrees Pluto. Pluto is at 18 degrees and both are 54. All right. So anyway, 9 is involved, like I was saying. And that was yesterday. And now today, let's see what's up with the significant events, beginning with the year 1542 or 66. Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo set sail from the Mexican port of Navidad to explore the west coast of North America on behalf of the Spanish Empire. 1693. First women's magazine. It's named Ladies' Mercury. It's published in London. 1743. War of the Austrian Succession. Battle of Dettingen in Bavaria. King George II of Britain personally leads troops into battle. The last time a British monarch commanded troops in the field. After that, they went and sat up on their high horse, as they say, and let the people do it. 1929, the first color TV demo is performed by Bell Laboratories in New York City. 1950, North Korean troops reach Seoul. The UN asks members to aid South Korea. Harry Truman orders the U.S. Air Force and Navy into Korean conflict. 1954, which is 19 itself. The first atomic power stations open in Abinsk near Moscow in Russia. Did you know the world's first ATM is installed in Enfield, London on June 27th in the year 1967? I had no idea there were ATMs that long ago. I guess because I didn't have any money and I wasn't born. Famous birthdays. Paul Laurence Dunbar, Helen Keller, Janusz Kaminski, J.J. Abrams, Tobey Maguire, and Khloe Kardashian. Would you believe New Amsterdam, or now New York City, enacts the first speed limit law in North America on June 27th in the year 1652? Famous weddings. 1524, again 66, Earl Henry III of Nassau weds Mincia de Mendoza, 16 years old Marquess. I don't know, I guess Marquess is a title, although they have it in lowercase. 1948, which is 49 or 13 or 4, 11, 11. Inventor Jack Kilby, 24, weds Barbara Annegers. 1964 or 11. Broadway musical actress, singer Ethel Merman, 56, 11, weds Academy Award-winning actor Ernest Borgnine, 47, 11, in Beverly Hills, California. 1992, One Life to Live actress Catherine Hicklin, 36, weds actor Michael E. Knight, 33, master number 33. 1992, singer-songwriter Andrea Bocelli, 34, weds Enrica Cinzati. Famous deaths. Alfonso V, or the 5th, I'm sorry. Alfonso V. Alfonso the 5th of Aragon, Sophie Germain, Joseph Smith Jr., and Jack Lemmon. Jack Lemmon was American and an actor. He starred in more than 60 films, including Some Like It Hot, Mr. Roberts, for which he won the 1955 Best Supporting Actor Academy Award, and Save the Tiger, for which he won the 1973 Best Actor Academy Award. He was born on February 8th in 1925, making him an Aquarius, from Boston, Massachusetts, USA. He died on June 27th, 2001, at the age of 76 of colon cancer and metastatic cancer of the bladder. When cancer metastasizes, it means it has spread. So it was colon cancer that moved into his bladder as well. Joseph Smith Jr., American and a religious leader. He was the founder of the Latter-day Saint movement. He was born on December 23rd in 1805 and was a Capricorn from Sharon, Vermont, USA. He died on June 27th in 1844 at the age of 38 of gunshot. Sophie Germain, real or full name Marie Sophie Germain, was French and a mathematician, one of the pioneers of elasticity theory. Germain won the grand prize from the Paris Academy of Sciences for her essay on the subject titled Researches sur Theorie des Surfaces Elastiques. Her, how you say, don't mind my French or my accent. My horrible one. Her work on Fermat's last theorem provided foundation of mathematicians exploring the subject of hundreds of years after. Born on April 1st, April Fool's Day, in the year 1776, she was an Aries from Paris, France. She died on June 27th in 1831, which is 4 or 1111, or however you want to look at it, 13 backwards. She was 55 at the time. Alfonso V of Aragon was Spanish and a king, one of the most prominent figures of the early Renaissance. He was King of Aragon, Valencia, Majorca, Sardinia, and Corsica, Sicily, and the Count of Barcelona. He died on June 27th in the year 1458. Khloe Kardashian is 33 years old. She's a TV personality and one of the American Kardashian family made famous through their reality TV shows, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In 2007, Khloe has gone on to star in Chloe and Lamar and Courtney and Khloe Take on Miami, all on the E! Cable network. She was born on June 27th in 1984 and is 33 years old, a Cancer from Los Angeles, California, USA. Tobey Maguire is 42 years old, although he still looks kind of like a kid. He's an actor and known for his role as Peter Parker in the Spider-Man film trilogy. He was born on June 27th in 1975 and again is 42 years old, a Cancer from Santa Monica, California, USA. J.J. Abrams is 51 years old. His full name, Jeffrey Jacob Abrams. He's a director, producer, and writer known for his high quality work in the genres of action, science fiction, and drama. He was one of the co-creators of a number of several television series, including Felicity, Alias, Lost, and Fringe. His work as a director includes Mission Impossible the Third in 2006, Star Trek 2009, its sequel Star Trek Into Darkness 2013, Super 8 2011, and the first film in the Star Wars reboot, The Force Awakens 2015. He was born on June 27th in 1966 and is 51 years old, a Cancer from New York City, New York, USA, and his birthday is 6/13, June 27, 1966, equals 6/13 or 19. And parting my ever adding and more ever equating mind. It's always adding or multiplying something or whatever, just by looking at it. Janusz, what the fuck? Sorry about that. So that was interesting. Anyway, Janusz Kaminski is Polish and a cinematographer. Noted for his collaborations with Steven Spielberg, Kaminski has worked his film since 1993. In that year, he provided the cinematography for Schindler's List, for which he won the Academy Award for Best Cinematography. He would also win the award for Saving Private Ryan in 1998. He was born on June 27th in 1959 and is 58 years old, a Cancer from Zybice, Poland. Helen Keller was an author and the first deaf-blind person to earn a bachelor degree of arts. She was born on June 27th in the year 1880. Can't imagine how that was to not be able to see or hear, and it's amazing. And anyway, she was born in Tuscumbia, Alabama, USA. She died on June 1st in the year 1969 at the age of 87. And lastly, Paul Laurence Dunbar was American, a poet best known for his verse and short stories, many of which are written in black dialect. I guess they mean, what's that stuff they say we speak? Oh, Ebonics. It must mean that. It's an African-American man. He was born on June 27th in the year 1872. 99. And was a Cancer. So, and also just after slavery, right? Slavery ended in 1865. He was born in 1872, just to put it in perspective. He was a Cancer from Dayton, Ohio, USA. And he died on February 9th in the year 1906 at the age of 33 of tuberculosis. And he was the last. So I guess that's what they meant by black dialect, that sort of broken English and accent that, you know, slavery and post-slavery blacks spoke. In any case, beginning with Forget It. Sex and party. And Spirit still says forget it. Cocktail. And stay in bed. Speaking of coming off of a Sagittarius moon, I'm beginning with balance or temperance in the traditional tarot, which represents the sign of Sagittarius. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Opening to the page of air, Sagittarius's mirror sign. All right, vice versa. Illogical, honest, impulsive, and curious is the page of air. It's also a Gemini for me. That's why I said that. It can be a Libra or Aquarius as well. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. Balance, and opening to the King of Fires, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative. King of Fire might be a Sagittarius as well, or can be here because of Mars. Again, having entered Aquarius, can be here because of Jupiter, ruler of Sagittarius, or can be a Leo or Aries, maybe even a Scorpio as well. Speaking of water signs, opening to the moon. Again, tomorrow there will be a full moon. Capricorn, here's another 9. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. Balance. And the 4 of Fire, contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life and the successful completion of a project. Cut on that note. Oh, back to balance. Overall energy is the 3 of water. Some of us may need to be more social. Hashtag turn up. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. 3 of water can also represent some sort of party of 3. Not necessarily a love triangle, but possibly. Oop, well, we saw what that one is. The masculine beginning with the Ace of Water, which can also have something to do with a wedding, the birth of a baby, you know, new home, reconciliation of an old relationship, reunion, getting, you know, or with a friend or something, maybe because of the retrogrades. anything that's like starting fresh, a new chapter that is quite emotionally fulfilling, could be represented by this Ace of Water. But with the overall energy of the Three of Water, this may be what is celebratory, at least for the masculine. Surrounding him is the Four of Water. Nice progression. 1, 3, 4. We need the 2. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So he may not even be noticing that he has this blessing like staring him in the face. Masculine subconscious, the Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Nine of Fire is a card of perseverance, guiding him to keep going. His mind or focus may be on something else, and maybe that's why he's missing out on the blessing. Let's say, for example, it is a relationship, right? It does have to do with a relationship, and he could be focused, tunnel vision on some other relationship that's not working or not meant, or both, where, you know, an ideal one is staring him in the face. Crowning the feminine, the Five of Earth, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others on a more positive note, and perhaps uncertain self-employment. I've been feeling this uncertain self-employment for the feminine for days, as you guys know. I mean, you watch the readings since last week. So that could definitely be what it is, but it can be any of those. And for most part, although it says that it can be positive and be about the wisdom to accept help from others, for the most part, for me, the Five of Earth is about lack. It's the energy of lack, whether it's with regard to money or material things or love or, you know, emotions. And it can be from any time. It can be like something that you're dealing with from childhood even. You still have a fear of abandonment because, you know, your mom left or your dad left or somebody passed away and you felt like they left you. All that kind of stuff. Fear of commitment because your parents' marriage didn't work out. So now you're afraid, you know, you'll never have a successful relationship either. All that kind of stuff is attached to the energy of the Five of Earth for me. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. Maybe when it fell. Strangely, some of the cards are not as in frame as they could be. Surrounding the feminine is the Queen of Earth. So we're not lacking in the area of the finances or material as it would appear, at least on surface. This can also represent an actual person, though. And it may be a person that helps to usher in finances, career, material things too, or not. It can just be a person of the earth element, like a Capricorn, you know, for the following day's moon, a Virgo, a Taurus, or somebody likened to those traits or attributes. Could be representing planet, you know, Venus herself, the Queen of Earth, ruler of the sign of Taurus. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. She's not just the Queen of Earth because she's the ruler of the sign of Taurus. Venus is the planet of abundance, right, in material and love. So that makes her the Queen of Earth too. In the feminine subconscious, the Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless, events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. You can come up with creative solutions. The Knight of Air is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, could have something to do with Mercury, ruler of Virgo, right? Fellow earth sign Virgo. And with them one atop the other, it could be connected here. Knight of Air is about the need to make some sort of decision. It may be a decision with regard to your finances or career. It may be about starting a business of your own, or working on some sort of creative project that could lead to a business. Some of us, most of us actually, on this journey, very, very creative one way or another. You know, I can't draw or anything worth a damn, but my kids can. They are artistic in that way. This is my talent. This is, you know, or this, and, you know, some other things are with what I was blessed on a artistic level. I can create this. We all can, you know. Some of us make jewelry. Some of us are meant to write books. Some of us are meant to do a combination of a few of those things. Be a singer, be a poet, stand before people and share your art, you know, whatever. the feminine, having some fear surrounding that. Definitely some of us having some fear surrounding stuff like that over like the past week. Again, crowning. The Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. So for some of us, this lack or worry is with regard to something having to do with love and or emotion, and perhaps an actual relationship. Knight of Water, often somebody who is proposing something that will be emotionally fulfilling to us, or that we can fall in love with. And sitting here next to the Ace of Water very well can be having to do with, you know, some sort of romantic relationship or something. Maybe involving water and earth, or not necessarily. This is supposed to be the energy of love and can be any, you know, sign. As can this. This doesn't have to be an actual earth sign either. Could be representing the feminine in general, taking on this kind of energy of the Queen of Earth on this day, or being impacted by, you know, some earth sign energy that is surrounding her. In the case where this is representing love and emotion, though, you know, the lack would be attached to that, like maybe fear that a relationship is not going to work out, in which case it won't, if you know, with the negative thoughts and things like that. Or maybe fear she's never going to be noticed in some cases by this masculine who is missing the point. That could be the case for some of us too. At the root, here's the worry. Nine of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. It's crossing the Four of Water. That again is causing us to miss stuff for the masculine. And, you know, I'm sure it's connected to this Five of Earth for the feminine. Fear of lack, fear of something not working out. At the heart of the matter, the Empress with Archangel Gabriel, a lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Someone is indeed having a baby or becoming pregnant. If we've been wanting to become pregnant, it is a good time to work on that. Did all that talking about Venus and Taurus, and here she is. Venus is the Empress as far as I'm concerned, at least as it relates to the tarot. And she, again, this card for me, therefore, represents the signs that she rules. Taurus, Libra, Gemini. It is about feeling pretty, being attractive, feeling attractive, but other people finding you attractive for whatever reason. She's the planet of love, abundance, popularity, confidence. So all of these things. So she can help to lift you up out of this fear, hopefully, if you allow her. Also, this is about new beginnings, maybe involving a party of three. Definitely that third party can be a child in this case. Maybe a water sign child, a Cancer, somebody having a baby now. I'll further clarify the Five of Earth for the feminine. She could also be waiting on some sort of communication, or fear that she's not going to get communication, or fear that it would be a negative communication. Eight of Fire rather tends to be a positive card though. And for some, there could be communication about a child that is perhaps not hers, perhaps is the masculine's. And that can be why this feeling of, you know, Five of Earth and loss and separation and lack. But again, to the more positive, this can also be about things going on behind the scenes. And maybe there had been some difficulty with the feminine getting pregnant, or with giving birth to her projects and her creativity. And again, now is the time when that can work. Whether it's an actual physical child, a baby, or it is your baby, as in, you know, your passions to which you give birth. Further advice to the masculine on this day, the Five of Fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. This card tends to represent the planet Mars for me in the action, where it's not a negative. You know, it represents the planet of action. which again enters a retrograde or entered retrograde the day prior. In other cases, it will have something to do with some sort of conflict, some sort of drama. And if so, likely between, if it's not internal, then it is with a close friend and or family member. And maybe that's why you got to keep pushing. Again, maybe this child was born out of something, and that's why there's an opportunity here. This child may have been born out of a relationship that the masculine doesn't really want. But there's still an opportunity to be a good father, even if you don't want to be in a relationship with this person. So there could be conflict of that nature for some. For others, conflicted, like the feminine, about giving birth to some sort of new, creative outlet, passion, something in his life. And he should really just go ahead and then, again, take action because he's at risk of missing the opportunity to do so. Further advice to the feminine, the 10 of fire. So some of the struggles that we're worried about, perhaps coming to an end. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. That leads to stress-related health concerns. But again, this is energy that is coming to an end as a 10. We will let it go and start fresh with an ace of fire, that new opportunity that is knocking. Hope that you guys have enjoyed the reading and find it helpful. Namaste, angels.